possible. You and I were looking to try to do this a while back. We are so happy that you're doing it here today. I am looking at the people that are here. Mommy J, Leslie Rome, Sylvia, of course, is here. Silas, Mommy, and Don Pablo Escobar. Dude, I need a name like that, dude. That is so way cool. Kelly McDowell is just popped in, and others are here. Let me give her a wave out to Kelly. All of you that are here, no one came to see me today. No one comes to see me. That's the way this brand works. They come to see the guest. You, Sarah, on the other hand, hold on one second. Do that. Let me do that. You, on the other hand, are extremely talented. You're very talented. When did you stumble upon this talent? Did it just happen as soon as you came out of the womb? As I give everybody a chance to roll in, I see them coming in now.
Yeah,
Did you just like pop out singing?
I did start at a very young age. Like singing always came naturally to me, and I started songwriting when I was very young too, like at about 10. And you know, I wasn't an only child, but I had siblings that were much older than me, so I was kind of a quiet child, and so songwriting was just something I kind of naturally fell into. That was kind of a gateway for me to get my emotions out. So I did start music at a very young age.
How much older?
So I think my sister is 16 years older than me, and my brother's 12 years older than me. So, you know, by the time I was born, you know, both of my siblings were almost out of the house. So I pretty much grew up as a child.
Okay, so truth be told, because your siblings will never hear this, right? Your siblings will never watch this. They will never know about this. Is that correct, or no?
It's probably correct, unless
Okay, so we can
listen to
so we can okay, we can talk bad about them. Okay, so I just wanted to check that before I ask the question. So, as the youngest of my family, I am asking you, as the youngest of your family, we were the better children, correct?
Oh, the youngest are always the golden children.
Okay, wait, hold on a second. I just wanted to get that out of the way. I just wanted to say that. I've actually never asked that question of any of my, I don't know, I'm throwing things, almost 300 guests. I've never asked that question. I've always wanted to ask someone that, to see someone say yes, and you are the first person. Thank you for saying yes, because today, the youngest rule. So all of you who are watching this, and if you're older and you're taking that as an insult, feel free to chime in and let us know what you really think about the youngest in your family. I know you're going to use the term spoiled and a number of other things. They're all true because we are the better child. Anyhow, so just wanted to start trouble. How you doing there? My dear friend Anastasia is here. She's saying hi to us as beautiful people, to both of us. So thank you very much. She was our guest yesterday. What I do want to ask you are a series of 3 questions.
Okay.
I have 7, but I'm going to start with these 3. And yes, as everybody knows, my guests have no idea what I'm going to ask them because they trust me. All right, here we go. Here we go. That's a bad mistake. All right, here we go. So, first of all, I don't know why I'm hearing echo in my head. Anyhow, so first of all, let me do this right here. Do that. All right, so when you were at the age of 10, take a moment, look back. When you were at the age of 10, out of curiosity, were you the type of a child that people love to be around, or the type of child that people couldn't wait to leave the room?
I feel like by 10, people wanted to be around me more. Maybe younger than that, not so much. But I feel like by 10, I was a little more grounded.
Okay, now that's why I asked that question. What were you like before the age of 10 then?
I don't know. I don't know if I was, I wouldn't say like spoiled, but, you know, just kind of, you're right, you know, kind of a bratty age before 10, you know, for a lot of children. So.
Okay. All right. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never experienced that. Okay, all right. Just kidding. Okay, so now we fast forward. We fast forward to the age of 17. When you were 17, there were a number of things that probably caught your eye, but who was it that caught your eye that you thought was really cute and worth making maybe a boyfriend?
Yeah, I feel like that's the age that I had my first real boyfriend. So
Okay.
definitely, he didn't go to the same high school as me, but
Ah.
was a former football player. So of course that caught my
Ooh.
eye, and you know, the typical
He,
high school love story.
oh, he had muscles then. He had muscles. Okay, all right. Could he sing? Could he sing?
He didn't. No,
He did. Look at the look on your
that
face.
was the one
No,
flaw.
that was the one. Wait, at that time you didn't know that would be a criteria then for a long-term relationship. So he had to be musically inclined. Is that how it works for you? Is that how it
Yes,
is right now?
you
Right?
don't have to sing, but you know, some sort of element of music.
Of music. Okay, all right. By the way, I love the postings on your page. You have some really nice postings of you as a couple on your page. I just want you to know this though. Um, that's the age 10 and 17. I want you to know this. We're going to get to something really serious right now because here's the third question. I told you I had seven, but I'm using three right now. Here's
Okay.
the third question. You did age 10, you did age 17. If you had to describe Sarah before Sarah became the Sarah everyone sees singing music and a number of other things you've been doing, before that momentum really picked or you started doing singles and so forth, how would you describe that Sarah in comparison to the Sarah now?
I think, you know, the past me compared to now, I was definitely more naive, and uh, I definitely had super high ambitions. I mean, I still do now, but I feel like there was no limit back then, and I just a little naive in the sense where I can achieve anything or do anything that I want. You know, the typical teenage, early 20s mindset where you
Okay.
just feel like you can accomplish all of your dreams and
Yeah.
goals, but you don't really know how to get there. So that was kind of
Okay.
before I had like the knowledge to get anywhere.
All right. So when it comes to the life you have right now, who you are right now, the Sarah today, the Sarah today, why am I getting feedback? It's driving me nuts. Can you hear feedback or no? Is it just me?
It's just you. I don't hear feedback.
Okay, good. No, sorry, it's just in my head. All right. So the Sarah that we know today, that Sarah, how would you describe the way you reacted by those who let you down?
So, yeah, I've definitely had a lot of people let me down in the past, whether that be family, friends, or even, you know, rejections in the music industry. And you definitely have to build like thick skin for that. But now I sort of have the mindset, you know, if you're going to let me down and, you know, you're not going to be there for me, well, that doesn't serve me. So I need to let that go.
When it comes to people who have been in your corner, what are some qualities that you appreciate about people who support you? By the way, I do notice some of you in the chat are letting me know you hear some feedback, and others are saying they cannot. We'll see what we can do about that. By any chance, you don't have any headphones nearby, wired headphones by any chance?
I
Uh,
have some AirPods.
um, we may have to go. I'm not. That's not going to help when you start to play, though. So that's okay. Everybody, just endure it. We're going to do fine. For some of you that hear it, and the rest of you that don't, enjoy yourself. So anyhow, when it comes to those who support you, what are some things that you look for them, those that are in your corner?
Definitely someone who's compassionate in the sense that they're always going to show up for you, and it's not always, you know, just about them and what they want to get out of the relationship. You know, it's a both way kind of relationship for you, and you know, no matter what you're going through or what the situation is, they will be there for you without any judgment. And you know, just someone you can rely on and feel comfortable with.
At, at at some point, you still hear me or no?
I still hear you. Yes.
Okay. At some point, this is truly on the fly. At some point, you have gotten to the point where people recognize you. People recognize your music. What is there about you and your music that you feel separates you from others?
Yeah, so my whole artist journey, especially when I was starting out, I was trying to think of what my mission as an artist is, because it's very important as an artist to have your own unique identity.
Bluetooth
So
disconnected.
I'm thinking hard about what my mission as an artist is.
Hmm.
I was
Right.
volunteering for this organization called Musicians on Call, where you play music for people's bedsides in the hospitals. And after I got done with one of those programs, I was just thinking how healing it was and how inspiring it was for the patients to hear this music. And from there on, it was just kind of my mission. And I knew that I wanted my music to be healing for other people. So no matter what kind of music I put out there, I want
Hmm.
someone to take something from it, whether that be joy or happiness, they want to get up and dance, or maybe they just had a breakup, so they need something that's comforting for them. I just want it to be healing no matter what kind of emotion or way that is for them.
How is it when you have to write a song? Is it challenging? By the way, everybody, thank you for saying, some of you saying it's a little bit better. We're going to go ahead and push right through. Go ahead. You were going to say something?
Yeah, so when I'm writing a song, it can be challenging. Sometimes writes are a breeze. Sometimes it depends what we're writing about. If it's a really hard or deep topic, especially if I'm co-writing it with someone else, sometimes it can take us a while just to make sure it's crafted correctly.
Hmm.
Other times, it might just be a fun, laid back summer song, and it just flows more naturally and it's not as challenging.
Well, speaking of flowing, would you like to begin sharing some of your snippets of music for us? I have no control, everybody, of what an artist does. However, Sarah is the first person before we talked, we did the show right now, I did make a few requests. So, thank you very much. Someone just said the sound is great now. I hope so, because I cannot have it mess up on this show or any show, because this week has been spectacular. And you are the last guest of the week, Sarah. There are a number of songs that Sarah has that I truly, truly like. But it is up to Sarah what she wants to play. Sarah, you can be found on Spotify, yes, Apple Music, and all the above.
Yes, all the listening platforms, you can find me.
I am going to shut up now.
All right. I definitely have a few songs prepared for everyone today, and I've learned what the crowd favorites are. So thanks for tuning in and listening. So this first song I'm going to play was on one of the Instagram stories today. You can also find the music video on YouTube. This one's Put a Rock on This Rolling Stone. Young and restless, all about the chase. Never had a tattoo, anyone or anything. Too much Jameson, too many Marlboro Lights. Always fighting the wrong love every night. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. Put a rock on this rolling stone. Slow me down and take me home. 'Cause you got a hold
Okay, I think I want to buy every song you've ever made now. That is really good. You have such an exceptionally beautiful voice, very strong voice, very, 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 very good talent. Um, Anybody else in your family talented as you are with singing?
Yes. So I think you can see kind of behind me a picture right
Ah,
there. That's
yes.
actually my grandfather, and he's
Wow.
playing an accordion in the picture. So he was a bluegrass musician. So I
Cool.
definitely got my music ability from him.
Awesome. Okay, now that you say that, there is a hint of bluegrass in the way you sing, without a doubt.
Yeah, I've been told that, and like a hint of
Yeah.
folk. There's definitely some subgenres of my music.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. Okay, what else you got for us?
All
We're
right.
all ears.
Yeah, so I definitely have a few lined up for us today, and this was one that was requested by some and also in the Instagram story today. I haven't played this in a while, but it's on this collaborative album I did with my friend and co-writer Christine Bauer, and I actually produced the album too, so you can go check it out on streaming services too. But this was about a bad relationship, and it's called Red Flag. Ring like gold, turn yellow. Before I knew it, sound started ringing. Hold on, wait, stop right there. It's too late now to turn back around. Didn't see a red flag blowing in the breeze like color crimson, wanting me to stay back from what's coming up ahead, but I'm already caught in the flames of your red flag. Your red flag. Oh, didn't see a red flag blowing in the breeze like color crimson, wanting me to stay back from what's coming up ahead, but I'm already caught in the threads of your red flag. Oh, your red flag.
You a bad woman. You- I can only imagine you in a theater setting. I know you have a few postings in which you're playing in a theater setting. I would love to hear you live. That was really good. Across the screen, Anastasia earlier when you played the first one said amazing and was clapping. Send you some clapping hands and others. Love, no doubt, the title of that song on this page. When it comes to red flags and relationships, you got a thumbs up and a heart from Sylvia. Um, Now, if you had to describe what it's been like for you trying to get others to recognize and hear your music on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being ridiculously difficult, what has it been like trying to get others to recognize your passion, which is singing and being a producer and a singer and a songwriter? What has it been like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being horrible?
I mean, as far as being most difficult, I'd probably give it a 7 or an 8 because it's so hard for an independent artist to
Yeah,
get recognized
yeah.
and out there. Of course, now with social media and all these different platforms, it makes
Mm,
it a lot easier. So that definitely, helps it and helps get recognized now compared to, in the past.
right.
Um, but still, it's always a challenge to, there's so many artists in general,
Yeah.
especially in Nashville. So it's always a challenge to get yourself noticed in a sea of musicians.
In Nashville, what is that like? I've heard so many stories, but just what has it been like for you in Nashville? Everybody sings, it seems like, in Nashville.
Yeah, everyone does it. So it's nice in the sense where everyone's kind of going for the same dream as you and
Okay.
doing the same thing, and we understand each other. But Yeah, it's also challenging because you're going up against your friends too.
Yeah, right.
So, but you just kind of have to learn to support each other, and those who do support each other and be humble and, you know, just be themselves are usually the ones who can get ahead.
Yeah. Uh, what else do you have for us, my friend? What else do you have there you would
Yeah,
like to try to play?
yeah. So I have a few more. I know we were talking about the Dixie Chicks earlier, and yeah,
Yeah.
has always been one of my favorite vocalists and
Yeah.
someone I always uh, look up to for inspiration for music. So I will gladly.
I thought I sneaked that in before the show. And you just mentioned it right now, and I know somebody's gonna write me and go like, "What's up with that? You know, what is the host taking over and getting requested?" It's so far it's nice. Nobody's been requesting anything. That means everybody's sitting there kicking back in their living rooms or wherever watching you. So you're doing a great job. But yes, I did make a subtle request for a couple of songs. But what do you got for us, Dixie Chick wise?
All right, I'm going to play one of my favorites I usually always put in my set list, so it works out
Okay.
perfectly. But I'm going to play Wide Open Spaces.
Ah.
Who doesn't know what I'm talking about? Who's never left home, who's never struck out? So find a dream and allow the place in the clouds, a foundation of stone. We proceed, they will follow. A young girl's dream, no longer hollow. It takes the shape of a place out west. But what it holds for her, she has to guess. Yeah, she needs wide open spaces. Want to make her big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the high stakes. She knows the high stakes.
Okay, you almost made me cry, but I got to give you one of these. All the little children are cheering for you. That was absolutely exceptional. I would love to be your neighbor. Me and my daughters would be at your front door all the time, giving you pies or whatever, just to make you sing. Just giving you meals, feeding you. I dedicated that song to my daughters when they were really small. They're adults now. I dedicated that to them. So when we were talking about it and you said the name before the show, I was like, oh man, I really hope she plays that. And you did. I'm so happy. Thank you so much.
I'm so
I
glad.
think you just made my entire year. I think I'm good to go now. That's just really good. My daughter's gonna watch this back and they're gonna know that song for sure. What else do you have?
Yeah, so I'm going to play one that I released on my collaborative album with Christine, but I'm actually in the midst of recording a new version of it now.
Oh,
So people can definitely look out for more new music before the end of the year from me.
cool.
So
Awesome.
follow me on all my platforms so you can stay up to date with what I'm releasing.
Got it.
But this one is called Love on Lease. I wanted it for sale, but time, no time, sure tells. It's not what I thought it would be.
I love that song. Okay, so far, I'm looking at my list that I showed you before we started this show, and you're doing really good. You're halfway through the list that I had of songs that I like. So, but I know I showed it to you, but it was backwards
Yeah, I
on the
couldn't really
screen.
make it out.
Yeah, you couldn't make it out, which was good, but you're hitting them as if you knew exactly which ones I picked. I have to tell you this, and if you and Anastasia, who's still here, she just wrote something on the screen. I'll just read it to you. She says, "Sarah, you're amazing." Of course, she was a guest that was here yesterday. She is an actress who's putting together a documentary. So she, of course, says she would be interested in collaborating with you for songs in her documentary. So you two will work that out. She, of course, will definitely know how to reach you because she's a guest on the show. But go ahead. You were saying?
Yeah, I would definitely love to collaborate. That sounds awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. What else do you have? We have gone 30 minutes. I am not going to hold you all day. But what else do you have?
All right, I have a couple more left in store for you guys. So this one may be on your list, I don't know, but it's one I'm recording and I have a YouTube video of it on YouTube. It's not released yet, so
Okay.
bottom of the glass.
Okay. This one's not released yet, is what you're saying.
More sip and I'm done. Last one should have been the last one. Missed calls all night. I ain't giving in this time. I'll drink this till it's dry. Then I'm leaving you behind at the bottom of the glass. Sure came pretty fast. Got me thinking, I'm done thinking that wanting back. The way it's going down, I can take another round of the sprinkle bombs and drinking over you right now. One more sip, and just like that, we're at the bottom of the glass. Bottom of the glass.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that one. Now, you write your own music?
I do, yeah. So everything I put out is written by me or co-written.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
You have another one. You have another one.
Yes, yeah. So I have one more I'm going to end on. And also, if you want to check out physical merch besides my digital downloads, I have some CDs on my store. And
Ooh, I want to see. I want to see. Let me see. Let me see.
So I have the West of Me CD.
Yep.
And then Watered Down Whiskey.
Okay.
And then I have a 45 vinyl
Ooh.
of my single Get Lost in Some Rock and Roll if you're a vinyl person. So,
way to go. I like that.
yeah, and then I have koozies and stickers on sarahharralson.com/store if you guys want to check it out.
You have a merch store too, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
sarahharralson.com/store.
Okay. All right. Everybody, don't be cheap. Don't embarrass me. Put down the pizza and, come on now. Support independent artists. All right. And hopefully you'll collaborate with the documentary if you guys can work that out. And I look forward to that getting worldwide distribution when she gets that released. That would just be awesome. But anyhow, that's me hoping. Go right ahead, Sarah.
All right, so this last one I'm going to play I released in June, and it's called The Chance, and I love to talk about the story behind it because this song is so important to me, and for the longest time, for years, I've had the idea in my notes that just says some people never get the chance, and I wanted to wait until I had the perfect time to write it because I didn't really know like how I wanted to go with it and felt like I wasn't ready to write it yet. And then of course, once COVID happened, a lot of people lost people, and I felt like it was more of the perfect time to write it. And basically the song is about, a lot of us, we take for granted our ability to do things and to go for our chances and opportunities and accomplish our dreams. Meanwhile, there's some people that never got the chance to fulfill theirs. So this is definitely about taking all your chances in life. So you can go listen to this one too. At your part-time job at the Texaco, pull some cash from your stash, go to Mexico. Fall in love like you were 16. You still can't buy a time machine. Get some fresh cut flowers for your mom. Better yet, tell her thanks for all she's done. Give an old friend a call instead of a text. Never know these days what's coming next. Time flies, the years like a minute. Hold tight, blink and you'll miss. Grab a drink, have a laugh, and dance every dance. Some people never get a chance.
You are amazing. You're absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I don't know why you're not in a studio other than COVID every day here in California, and just or in Nashville.
Studios in Nashville.
Or in Nashville. Yeah, well, we truly appreciate you being here. Any last words of encouragement or thoughts from you to the audience and our channel?
Yeah, so a lot of things I've been, thinking about myself this year is that don't stick around people who don't serve you in your life. And also as an artist, and you can just take this as, not as an artist too, but, don't compare yourself to other people. You can do that with any job or whatever you do, especially in music, but you are your own unique self. So just embrace your identity and don't compare yourself to other people.
You are incomparable to anyone, my friend. To be a young woman with so much talent, I hope you will continue to touch other people's lives, and you have a smooth life with not a lot of knuckleheads around that give you difficulty. This is meant more than you know. A lot of people will watch this back and get a great deal of benefit. Could you do me a huge favor, though, in the comments, talk about whatever you have going on, where they can get your merch, wherever they can get, if you have a website, YouTube, whatever it may be, feel free to just take over the page. It's yours. As the diva of the day, I have been honored to be in your presence. And, oh, wait, hold on a second. Oh, my other friend, my smiley face friend is gone. I put him over there. But he and I, his name is Milo, by the way. He's over there. I think he's crying because the music was so good. It touched his heart. So Milo and myself, we've had a great time having you here. And this guy here, this is Kurt. So Kurt, Milo, and myself, we've enjoyed it. But I'm quite sure a few people that I've looked at here are going to be reaching out to you. Like, comment, share, follow Sarah. Sarah, your Instagram page is?
Sarah Harralson. So Sarah with an H and then Harralson.
We have gone 38 minutes and 52 seconds and counting. And everybody, you just got a chance to meet an exceptionally talented, incomparable woman of talent who, well, I'm going to hope she will come back another time because I have something in mind I never told her to do, to have her back so I can showcase her in a bigger way. My daughters, who are my executive producers of this entire thing, because this is part of their idea, we have some other things in store. So by the time you're ready to release another single, we will have some things in place, and hopefully you will be back and we can do this in a much bigger and unique California style way. But we'll save that as a secret till we get ready for that. But thank you so much, Sarah. You're absolutely incredible. I know I'm saying a lot to you, and you're so humble, and it's hard to accept. But today, from one youngest to the other youngest, we rock, okay? And you rock today. Okay, all right. So thank you very much, Sarah. Everybody, take care. I love each and every one of you. Sarah, don't change a thing. You're exceptionally perfect as is. We'll see you again. Thank you, Sarah, for doing this. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.